Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Taurus for June of 2019. Now we're 6 months into the year, Taurus. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. And then we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together. Because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading, so I guess that means all of us Tauruses are named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. I don't think these cards will go week by week. I believe they're going to blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now I have a short message for us, and the message feels like we're going to have to make some big major decisions or tough choices this month, right? And we are not to allow others to manipulate us or force us to make the decisions before we're ready. Because the one thing we need to remember is we're practical. We usually always make the right decisions. So don't let anybody push us to do something faster when we're not ready, and to um, know that because of who we are, we will make the right decision and choice. And then I feel like pretty good with the rest of the month. I feel good. I feel like a lot of expansive energy and a lot of maybe, I don't know, maybe it's time for me to do without getting overspending, but doing something to make myself happy. Which I realized the message, looking down at our words, because they are delight, contentment, spontaneity, abundance, and joy. So maybe, doing something for someone else or for ourselves, you know, maybe astrologically, it might mean that we be inclined to overdo, so maybe we want to cut it a little bit back, but not, but to kind of like bless ourselves. These words are so nice here, because our bottom card on the deck this time is the Five of Cups, and that's that we are brooding over past wrongs or losses or disappointments or hurts, right? It kind of symbolizes a state of mind that is looking backwards at a painful past and refusing to look forward to a more positive future. And actually, we have another card that supports that, and I'll explain it to you in a second here. Maybe we went through a really bad time. It's the unhappiness that comes from this particular card is a result of our attitude, and our attitude we can change anytime we want. We want. We're Taurus, so anytime we want, we can change an attitude. If with the card, if we continue like to brood over what went wrong, or you know all of that crappy stuff that holds us back or holds us down, instead of that, we can turn around and we can contemplate what can go right in the future. We don't have to be miserable unless we want misery, and none of us enjoy misery. And this card here, there's 3 spilled cups, and I gotta tell you, I don't know if I can get the glare off of there, but I think it's supposed to be wine, but I think it's spilled blood, actually, Taurus, because it's just really bright red, so it makes you really, really think. It, but these other 2 cups, they're still full. Or even if they're not full, this is the way I think. What would I fill them with our words, that would delight me? Especially if we're going to give ourselves something special, delight me. make me feel content, make me feel joy, make me feel rich, like our word abundant. Something that we could do spontaneously, because we're not going to let anybody push us or force us into making a decision before we're ready to do it. So, what could we put in those two cups that are still standing, that are worth our effort, are worth our time, are worth, whoops, whoops, what did this just do? I don't know, Taurus. My thing just did some weird thing and shifted over. But what would this do to make this more valuable? The computer did a glitch. We're having really bad rainstorms here. I hope this reading doesn't come out too bad here, because the reason I'm saying it this way, filling those cups with the, like wonderful things, is because the odd way that this is coming down or coming out of these cards, because our next card here is the Six of Cups, and that's a card of looking back at the past. So, first card on the bottom is the one of not looking back on the past with regrets and but turning around to the two cups. And if we think about it like that, those two full cups can, through this evaluation and this forward movement, can really prove beneficial for us, because this is the card of nostalgia. It is of happy memories of times gone by. It refers to sentimental, is the word they want me to say. Sentimental remembering of the past. These, it's like pleasant, comforting memories that can be used to in the future, like those two standing cups there, be used in the future to build on. And knowing that we've been happy in the past can enhance enhance our ability, is the way I want to say it, to be happy in the future. When we get this card, we are experiencing feelings that are connected to the past that will shed a light on our future. It'll make us feel more, instead of that Five of Cups energy, it makes us feel calm and collected about past events, that maybe we were being upset over with those three spilled cups. Calm, collected, putting them into perspective and beginning to understand how we can make a better future, or engender or bring forth a better future in this present time, if that makes any sense. Putting them into perspective and beginning to understand how they can make a better present and a better future for us. It's like a future renewal card. So when we get this card, I tell you guys all the time, someone just wrote me about this. A lot of us really do not have happy, wondrous past, So we have more of, how do I want to put it? More of the energy of this Five of Cups energy. It was brutal, it was horrible, blah, 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 all that kind of, I don't know, it's more of a stagnant energy in the Five of Cups than the Six of Cups. But like I said, a lot of us didn't have happy past. They were crap, and the story, it's our story and we're sticking to it kind of energy. The truth of it is, we can find one little piece, one little thing. I tell you guys about my dad screaming because I sat in potato salad, going to a family reunion. I got yelled at for an hour. Yelled at the top of his lungs while he's driving down the highway. Miserable trip to the reunion. But we get out the car and he sees his family and his friends and he's all happy and he forgets me for a moment. I see my friends, I see my cousins, my family. I go off and play. The end of the day is great and the trip back is wonderful. Find out of whatever I'm brooding on. That's the way I want to say it. Backwards. Whatever that is that I'm brooding about back here. The way forward, because the 6 comes after 5, right, is to find that one little piece. Because if I can find that one little piece, I can find the feeling, right, the feeling energy that goes with that one little piece. The feeling energy. Because in order to manifest, we need to have a feeling of what it felt like. And the past offers us a lot of puzzle pieces about that. If we can find that one little piece, we can create a better present. We can create a better future because we knew what it was feel like to be happy in one moment. You know, like I said, a lot of us, we look back on past events and it's like, really, God, did this truly happen to me? Think about it like that. And yeah, it probably truly did. But the truth of it is, we've been through it. There must have been one moment of pleasant or something like that. One moment of pleasant is how they're trying to get me to say it, or something I can remember that was at least reasonably pleasant. Let's put it that way, reasonably pleasant. That's going to allow me to feel or create that contentment and abundance and delight and joy, our words, in the future time. Because I don't know where these cards are going to come down, because I don't know if this is relationship issues for some of us we're dealing with, maybe work issues, family issues, things like that. Things are changing, but, in our lives. And it may be tough to make those decisions, but we're good at that. We're good at it. We're not rash. We're not impractical. Our feet are on the ground. They're stable. What mistake are we going to really make that's so horrible? Because our next card here is the hierophant. And the hierophant is a traditional factor that's active in our life right now. It could be philosophy, a social organization, any other authority or authoritative group that may be around us, but we'll feel a great deal of loyalty to the tradition, uh, or the group, and we'll find it supportive of us too. So we choose, when we have the hierophant like this, to live in accordance with the beliefs that we have in common with the group or the organization. Um, Sometimes with this, we could be aspiring to become like a leader of the group, or we have a relationship in some manner or way with maybe the group leader or someone else who wants to be part of the group, be part of that group type energy or whatever. I'm trying to think of ways to say it or put it. Because with this hierophant energy, things can get a little bit wacko, so in many ways it's kind of like our inspiration, or in many ways it's like our teacher, or as an emotional support thing. But there's usually or always like a judgmental quality. That's why I'm trying to phrase it right for us. A judgmental quality involved where if where we are expected, I was going to say if, but it's where we are. It's like a fact where we are expected to follow a certain set of beliefs or rules, and if we fail, we're called on the carpet type energy. So it could be, like a work energy that everybody sits within a belief system. It could be a religious philosophy or a community group that we belong to. I think for a lot of us it's going to be like the rules and regulations of our work. And if we step outside the box, we aren't going to feel contentment, joy, or whatever. But being in the upright position, it kind of tells us that we're comfortable with it. Now, if it was upside down, it would mean that we want to overthrow that tradition, which to some of us that may be how we feel about it, because these are general readings. Maybe I don't want to deal with this established order anymore. I'm the Taurus that's walking away from it, and I'm going to make my way to do it somehow, some way. But I think for the most of us, generally speaking, it's going to be the energy of we really want to be around this thing, because our next card here is the Two of Pentacles. Now, twos are always about choices. Pentacles is our energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy, so it's earth energy, period, basically. It means that either money is coming to us from maybe two sources, or we're having to juggle some of our finances around right now to make ends meet. But still, it's a really good card because it means good. It's an indicator of good fortune and enjoyment. Like our word joy down here, and abundance. So, maybe we were experiencing some type of financial difficulty before. That's going to probably get rectified, because this card brings up with it a message about money that's on its way to us, and it's usually like in a written form, or we could be deciding, just like that original message, deciding which of two different options to choose from. With the Two of Pentacles, we'd be concerned with the issues of, like our word, abundance. We'd be concerned we might be holding down like one or more jobs, or moonlighting to make extra time, or to make extra money. You don't get any extra time when you're moonlighting, but maybe moonlighting to make extra money. But what the card basically tells us is two's our choice. So it's telling us it's time to make a choice, right? And when we make the choice, we stick with it, even if we're unsure of the outcome. Because remember that original message. In the original message, we don't make rash choices. We don't make crazy decisions, that kind of stuff. We make right decisions. We make right choices. And especially, don't let anybody bully or push us into making it before we're ready to make it. That, guarantees the choice we make we're going to be content with, and we'll be delighted, and it'll bring us the abundance, because it's the message about money, So taking it like in that manner, I believe all of these things together are going to combine to bring forward the thing that we really want, because we have two authority figure energies here. This next one here is the Emperor energy, and it means that we are involved with established order, or involved with someone else who is a representative of the establishment. With the Emperor card, we might need to identify with a powerful group, whether it would be, or we may identify with, that's the way I want to say. No, that's not what they said. They said you may have a need to identify with a powerful group. That's the way they said it. They stopped me and made me back up and redo what I was saying. It could be, let's see, religious group, ideological group, an intellectual group, a political or a social group, an institution, economic group, your company that you work for, a community or community, uh, so, something makes us want to, or we feel it enables us to identify with this kind of power. We might be feeling the need to belong, is how they're saying it, or the need to be one of them, like in quotation marks, to be one of them, or we're associating with someone else who has that kind of need. So for some of us, it would be maybe my husband, wife, partner, or whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe a company because of this hierophant energy type deal. Maybe that's where that need comes in. But it's a comfortable thing. And the thing I like to remember about Emperor, the Emperor runs all those kings and queens, you know, if we think about it. So it's the wise father figure that the king, queen type energy would go to, that would issue the directives, or the person that would delegate the responsibility. So it's like a wise, good father figure that can give wise advice. The emperor doesn't go to war unless war is forced, in some manner, which is a good, stable energy. It almost feels like we're the emperor, kind of, with that first original message that came out. So I'm thinking a lot of us, it could be through that turning around, and this turnaround energy, turning around. We may bring new jobs that are better for us because we remembered a happy memory or something that we picked up. For others of us, it could be just flat out marriage, something we were saving for. Perhaps we're getting married in a church, or, but it's something we're comfortable with and happy with. So I don't know where it's going to come down in our lives, where those decisions will come down, are different for each and every one of us. But it's whoops, I lost one of my angel cards here. It's I feel like this month is a valuable time for us. I feel like it's a time when we'll make those tough decisions, but to keep in mind how logical and reasonable we are. So whatever that is, whatever that decision making process comes up for us, we will, they said to say, we will do the right thing and play the game in an appropriate manner. I think that's because of having these two hierarchical, I can't get the word out of my mouth, the two hierarchical type energies, the two big guys, the two big guns here, the hierophant and the I forgot, emperor. This is funny. These cards are funny. I pulled two by accident. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm taking them both for us, Taurus. First one is, and I cannot get the glare off of there for you, it's called Life Purpose. The second one is Wedding. But that could be marriage of, like maybe we're going into a new marriage, or maybe for some of us, that's just too funny. Because I feel it's divided. Like maybe that's our relationship, things are changing. So one set of us is probably going to be this life purpose thing. I lost it. I started laughing so hard. Will be the life purpose thing, and the other ones are, we're probably getting a partner here and getting ready to get married, or something like that. So I'm giving us both. I don't know. Whoops, life purpose. I'm going the wrong way. No, I wasn't. I have listen here, but I don't have life purpose wherever it went. Oh, they're sticking together. That's why. It's life purpose one. This life purpose one is this card comes as a reminder that you don't need to struggle to find your life purpose. Don't worry about how to make good money in a meaningful career, and don't concern yourself with quitting or starting a new job or profession. Instead, follow the path of the natural desires, talents, and passions with full intention of bringing joy to yourself and others. Your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. Give all your worries about money or career to God and the angels. You're on the right path towards a life purpose. Focus on one step at a time with respect to the life purpose. Release fears about your future to the angels. What you're doing right now is part of your life purpose. And I already have it open to wedding by accident. Though our little wedding card here, I sat it down on top of our 5 of Cups. That's interesting. Our little wedding card. Here it says, you received the card because the topic of marriage is related to your question. There's either a wedding in your near future, or the angels are suggesting a renewal of vows to keep the romance alive in your present marriage. The card's surrounded with love and positive energy. So there's no need to worry about its message. Be open to the love, be open to romance and possibilities to enjoy your wedding day. You'll receive a romantic or a business proposal soon. I kept them both, but the card wedding means both. There you go. You're experiencing a mystical marriage between your inner male and female energies. You'll meet someone significant at a wedding you attend as a guest that'll probably make you a business proposal. There you go. Or ask you to get married. Discuss the topic of marriage with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and you'll soon meet your future marital partner. One of your friends or family members will marry soon, and it will be delightful, bring contentment, spontaneity, abundance, and joy for us Tauruses. Well, Taurus, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell y'all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anyone wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all of the information to do so is down below the screen. Or if you need to set an appointment with me, the information to do that is over at the website, and that's in the About section. It's right in there. You just hit it, it takes it straight to it. The prayer class and suture classes, there's 2 short videos, and they are over at the website that explain both classes. Prayer class is comprehensive. It tells you how to format them, the why, what, where, how. It's 2.5 hours long. The sutras are simple thought forms put in a meditation that enhance your clear perceptions dramatically and take 5 minutes a day. It's over at the website. Everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and to all of you I've met through 31 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, a privilege, and a joy to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.